Welcome to the CueSports International Expo. This is the Diamond Las Vegas Open, for which we have 128 players vying for the $15,000 first prize. This is the second of 5 U.S. Pro Billiard Series events, sponsored and presented by CueSports International and Predator. The game is 10-ball, race to 4, winner breaks, best of 2 sets. If player split sets, we go to a spot shot shootout. This is George Deache in the booth with Jeremy Jones, and we've got a great match for you guys.
Yeah, it should be one heck of a match. I'm not so sure that these two have ever played each other. I'm trying to recall. I wouldn't doubt they have at some point or another, but been some time, you know, a little bit anyways, since seeing Dennis in a, you know, what would be a TV setting, kind of stream setting, in a was a huge tournament course, always playing, and last week did great in the Texas State 9-ball championships, which had a great field. He won the one pocket and then finished second in the 9-ball to Shane. So.
And then Mario He from Austria, 28-year-old, youngest ever chess state champion, 4-time Euro champ. Knocks on the door with his 800 Fargo. Dennis is about 18, I believe.
Yeah, Dennis is going to the side rail break immediately also, which is interesting. First match. But I think the smart guys might do that a bit more. We saw Skyler and who did he play in his last match? Excuse me.
Skyler and Oscar?
Yeah, Oscar, excuse me. Had pretty good success from the middle of the table, breaking the balls, making balls, and actually getting some shots. But I think some of the guys also paid attention to the last tournament in Arizona where Federer, who went on to win the tournament, exclusively breaking from the side rail. Doesn't want to give him the top side of the two. If he makes him kick at it, that's one thing. But
well, on the 10-ball, there is a golden break. If you make the 10-ball on the break, you will win the game. Early 10s, as long as they're called. Combo or a billiard, or a carom shot, kiss shot, will get you a game.
Yeah, that may work out. I'm not sure if it passed the 3 enough to give up a shot. I don't think so. It's close, but that's the top side of that 2-ball I was talking about that Dennis didn't want to give up. And Dennis doesn't seem too unhappy here.
He must have a shot. He must have a shot. It looks like it might go from down here, especially this camera angle. It's close.
He's got to really ease it, it looks like, maybe to hold shape. I don't know.
He's playing it with center English. I mean, just right at center almost. They are playing with the 30-second shot clock. They have a 1/22nd extension per game per player.
Well, he may have gotten to where he can shoot at this and ricochet off the 5 to gain some type of position on the 4.
Catches the bottom side of it. He might move the 4-ball off the
may
rail.
Go by it.
There, just like that. Look at this.
What a great shot.
What a great
good call.
Straight back for the 6, and hello, Dolly.
Yeah, and Dennis just instinctively and all the time he spent playing the game sees the outs quickly, sees problems quickly, and can figure out ways to deal with them quickly. And so I don't think the shot clock, you know, as far as that's concerned, is going to bother him much. You know, him maybe not playing with it as much lately. That could be an issue, but.
Yeah, well, RoboCop Zone is one of the best money players in the world.
Yeah, and we're playing for real money right here at the Rio.
We are at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. We're at the back of the Grand Ballroom, and Dennis takes down the first game in this race to 4. The equipment we're using are diamond tables, Predator Arcadia Reserve Cloth, Predator Arena Lights, the Arcos balls, the new Predator Triangle rack that you see John Lehman, our head referee and tournament event director, racking the balls for the players. And they also actually have the bridges and the chalk is all Predator. This is a 2-stage tournament. We went into the first stage, double elimination. Last 16 players will go to a redraw and to a single elimination.
Now Dennis is going to stay on that
On
right
that
side.
side.
Yeah, he made the one on the break, so you can't fault him for staying there, and he won the game.
Mm-hmm.
I cut that one a hair. He's going to dress up on a shot on the 2, it appears, if the 5 doesn't interfere. Oh my, look at that. Went from like really nice. He's going to have to move the 8 maybe here when he rolls out. Maybe not, maybe he settles for a kick or something like that, but kick's not bad, leaving the 8 there, but I don't think he gets it back. Like a 2-rail kick.
2-rail kick.
Yeah, come across the 2 and let the cue ball go towards the 7 off the 2 and something like that.
That 5-ball could be made.
True that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm giving this back. I'm kicking right at that 5-ball, that 2-5.
Almost shoot straight at the 2 ball.
Yeah.
Almost. I mean, that's what he's looking at first, because that could be a shot he wants to take on if he can get at it. Now, there's all kinds of options here.
Yeah, I think once he sees this, he'll come back to it.
He may go for the 5. He may kick softly on top of the 2. He probably gives that shot to Dennis, though, the soft kick on top of the 2. He's looking like he can get at this 2 ball, and if he can, that's a bit of a mistake on the rollout, don't you think, George?
Well, if I think my opponent's going to go for this shot, I'm going to have the referee call it. It's tight.
Yeah, but let him cue the ball and be able to see it. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake by Dennis. He's going to have to take the same route the 2 ball took, I think. Coming down this left side rail. He could kick behind it to the opposite side with some draw, but if he hits it coming in this way, George, he's got a lot of good things that can happen.
Yeah, especially depending on the speed, of course.
Well, it's not going to. Everything just got right through there. Wow.
That's tough to do. He beat that window of the 310 and went right through there and didn't touch a ball. That's tough to do. Panda.
Yeah, Mario, he a former World Cup winner with the guy we saw last on this table. Ooh. And I'll tell you, I brought it up in the last tournament I was at in Texas. It came up a few times, but did you notice the open bridge with the draw stroke from a little distance?
I rarely ever use that.
Yeah, just see the guys more these days do it. Equipment allows that, I think, but I also see just seems like a little bit more mistakes whenever I see that being used as well. Just kind of like a tendency, you know? So, wow, look at that. He's not going to get much reward unless he can draw off the 9, but I don't think he can.
Yeah, for a draw stroke, I rarely use. In fact, I can't think of when I would use an open bridge. I always like to wrap around it.
Is a 3 playable off the 7? I guess not.
He's cutting it right.
Yeah, he's trying to draw softly off the. Oh, yeah, he was trying to draw softly off the 9. You know. Let's put him on the back of the 7 here, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And take that cue ball down by the 5, opposite side of your screen.
Oh, you wouldn't put the cue ball behind the 7?
No, I meant the 4 ball. The 4 ball. Oh, you went soft all the way.
Yeah, that's the way I saw behind the 7 there.
Yeah, I thought he might take the 4 ball all the way up, but no, that's a much better shot. That's why he's Dennis and I'm not.
The control is there, and he got him close enough to where the jump is pretty difficult. Got a lot of ways to come away here, though. If he hits the bottom side of it, that's the ideal side.
Where he might bank it to the side of where he called it. There's that shot clock. They are on the 30-second shot clock.
Well, the 6 looks playable, but can he get to it? Can he get to it accurately? Because the safety is really tough.
It looks like it throws right in.
Yeah, he's got to get to the top side of it a little bit, though.
He had what, 2 seconds left?
Yeah, not much. John Lehman on top of it, though.
Mm-hmm. Standing right next to him. There's a 20-second extension per player per game.
He's got to kick. The 7's in the way to kick correctly at the 6, it looks like. So he's got to kick 2 rails and get to the top. Oh, he's spinning it. Okay, see, he wants to hit our right side of the 4. Oh, he caught it. Just didn't catch it thick enough. And he'll take that.
Yeah, because this is tough position. You have to elevate here to make your position here.
A little bit. Yeah, you got to get on the bottom of the cue ball. Thing is, if you look at coming just 2 rails to the head string, you know, this shot looks easier rather than really digging on the cue ball and getting all the way back. Mario's a guy who could come with a shot even though he's usually got the cue ball on a kind of a string.
Yeah, just like that.
Really good position player, but you should notice how he just got to the head string, right? So it doesn't take much, you know, effort into the cue ball to get to there, even though it does take accuracy, but it doesn't take a lot of power.
Yeah, you just have to get above the side pocket, like you said, and just come up to the head string. At 2 rails over.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he played that. You knew that ball was going to take off a little bit, plus the real route was going into the 8 a little, so
he avoided it. Yeah.
Like I said, he's usually a guy that really has the cue ball. He's very similar to Alvin, very great position player, but can also come with the shot. So now, this one's going to have a little speed on it. He's got to make a clear-cut decision. Do I hit with enough speed to come off this 3rd rail hot to get to the bottom rail and bounce up? You don't want to go past the 8 and fall below it.
Yeah, I just see him using the side rail. He's not going to use, he's just using the side rail.
Yeah, but I think he's going to put more speed into it, right? Like this. He wants to make sure he gets this 4th or 5th rail, or bump the 8. Either one. That'll work.
I mean, if you can bump it that accurately, you made a great shot.
And a lot of guys will do that just so they hit the 7 a little cleaner and, you know, there's no skid or kick on the ball.
And that's the problem with that shot is the skid.
A little bit, and you're tentative when you're trying to hold position. You don't put as much or as good a stroke on the ball. So,
well, let's tie it up.
We'll see how Mario he decides to break in game number 3. Both these guys getting on with it though.
Now, I forgot who broke first. And we are back with Mario He breaking the balls for the 3rd game. They're tied at 1, race to 4. We'll get to watch him break. Kind of from the center, like you were saying, Jeremy.
I hit him great.
Nice cue ball.
And I'll tell you what, not sure what. I think he can get at the right side of it enough to make it if he chooses so. But that's what I was thinking about just seeing that is that break right there may change when and if Dennis gets back to the table to break the balls. May change his side rail break.
For Dennis?
Yeah, because those balls going towards the side acted nice. The 4 railers acted decent right there. So if the guys see the balls breaking well, like they're used to, they'll get back to the center of the table, I believe.
It's funny how not using the template rack, they think the ball's going to react a lot different. I just think if they're all kissing, if they're all touching,
nice shot there.
They should act about the same.
Well, you know, the template is a little different. It's just always going to be. Yeah, he's got to look at this kick. He's got to go for it here. Now, would you consider doing something else? I mean,
besides the kick?
Yeah, besides kicking, period. I mean, is there a place to move the 7, the 6 to make things tougher?
I just don't know who would. Call for an extension.
And he's got to add a little bit of right English here. Oh, looks good. Looks good.
What a nice hit.
What a great shot.
Yeah, and a well-deserved round of applause, too.
And a roll. Well-deserved roll.
Mm-hmm.
Getting a little bit of a snooker here. Mario looks like he's going for the jump cue.
It's called in the left-hand corner, indicated by pointing at it with his cue. He could run in it if he pockets
Kick
the
shot's
ball.
not terrible here. I mean,
No.
there's so many balls congested in the center of the table there, just below on this bottom end. If he went to the end rail and kicked up underneath the one, there's a lot of great things that can happen, but of course he can make this. Hoping if he doesn't make it, he doesn't leave much of a shot. I think he did okay.
He did very well.
Should be a 2-rail kick here.
I was just about to say, would you rather 2-rail kick this or 1-rail? I think the
2-rail. Try to keep the cue ball on the bottom end of the table here, sending the one up near the 6. He's called it in the upper left. Didn't hit the side he wanted, that's for sure, but made it, you know, not sure he left much. 1-9, I don't think is playable on the side.
I can't see what he can do here. Would it be in his advantage to call the 2 ball? It wouldn't make any difference.
I think he's going to probably roll the 1 past the 7 to the side rail, put it on the end rail, and just kind of bump the 9 and kind of carry the cue ball with the 9 a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think he's called the 9. Yeah, that's the shot I was talking about. And that's where you have to be a little quicker with your decision, because it will affect your execution if you're not. Because realistically, he should have probably got that snooker there on this 1 ball.
Looks like he's exposed the left side of it for a real thin cut to get behind the 6.
Yeah, tough. Don't know if Dennis is going to get away with this or not. I don't know if the cross corner is covered up by the 10. It's close.
Yeah, it's real close.
Yeah, he's going to call it. And I think the good thing about this is it's hard to hang the ball on the top side of the pocket on this bank. It usually either goes in or comes back across. So he may play to the thin side.
I wonder if he called the 1 or the 10. He called the 1.
Yeah, he called the 1.
Yeah.
Surprised that didn't drop after a few earlier that Oscar had shot.
Yeah, they just kind of sat there. Well, these are diamonds. They do have a shelf.
That's got to slow down a little bit, doesn't it? That's a huge mistake. Wow. All that right side of the table to draw up that right rail. Very surprised he chose to draw straight off the 1. He could have drawn it up that rail a little bit. Now he's got to try and maybe soft kick this and lay on top of the 2, George.
I really can't see it.
I mean, just spin it a little bit.
He just tries to make it.
Yeah, very hard to do. And he may have given up an early win. Nothing easy though. Oh no, this is a tough combination.
This is a tough combo, and if you hang it, you lose.
Right.
I don't know.
Can he overcut the 2 and run the cue ball? Or he's playing the combo. He's not. He's called it. Thought he might overcut the 2 and maybe try and go up and get behind the 8 with the cue ball, something like that. No, he switched it.
Whoa.
And he did follow the cue ball up table. And now has a 2-1 lead.
It's two in a row for Mario Heat. And like you said, it's a 2-1 lead. Race to 4. For those of you that like to keep track of incidences and playing, we just had a nice shootout before this match. between Alvin Ocean and Jeffrey DeLuna. They went through the 4 innings, tied at 4, and then backed up into the final sudden death shot, which gets backed up to the first diamond from the head rail.
Yeah, the cue ball gets backed up one more diamond, basically.
And Jeffrey DeLuna missed it, and Alvin made his and won the match. It was quite a match, too. Fly ball straight in. Ball went in the corner. It's 2 down.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, like I said, when and if Dennis gets back to the table to break the balls, because we're going to see one of these matches where there's an opponent that doesn't get to shoot much. It's going to happen for sure. Win or break. I think this 1-4 is really thin and going maybe towards a scratch cross side. I don't know. He wants to shoot at it, I know, but.
Well, he's got 60 seconds here, right? Shot after the break is 60 seconds.
And he's essentially got another 30 more if he wants to take his extension. So probably doesn't want to use that though, because who knows what he's going to have after this. Could be over the top of a ball, behind a ball.
Looks like he's going to get back behind the 7.
Yeah, he was.
Oh no, he's okay.
I think he was trying to hit the 7 when he shot the combo.
He may not be okay. Yep.
He's got to swerve this a little, maybe.
You know, that's what I was thinking. Just influence a little bit with left English, see if it'll come over, so it tracks over.
Yeah, and he was elevating his cue a little too, so that made me think just something that's going to swerve like a middle left and go the rail and just take a little distance maybe on the 3, just like that. That looked about like how it laid.
Looks like he'll come over for short side on this 6 ball.
Yeah.
I don't think he can get under the 10, can he?
No reason to. No. Just a shot you, in one of your drills, however you play it, this should come up. Something you play, come on 1 rail across, then 2 rails across, and so on. Oh, hit that very heavy.
Wow.
Like, I wouldn't say that ball kicked or anything. It was just not a good delivery. And Dennis, very probably unexpectedly, gets a shot at the table here. He's going to have to take a bit of a shot. He may have to take a bit of a shot here on the 6.
He's looking to see if he can just go over by the side pocket, and it doesn't look like he'll have all the ball.
That's good. You can cue the ball nicely.
We'll get a good shot of it in just a second, I think.
I was going to say,
there we go.
I watched Dennis so much. I know he can play at a quicker pace, but he's got to realize, though, he doesn't have to go too fast. You know, don't get yourself feeling like out of it, trying to go too fast because of the shot clock.
You know, a friend of mine once told me, he says that a shot clock can kind of help your game in that it makes you pull the trigger faster, and so you don't have time for any negative thoughts or anything that might be going through your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would help maybe some.
Yeah, a few.
Yeah, no, it may help more than that. You know, it just kind of depends on the personality. You know, some people.
RoboCop to break the balls in the 5th game of the 1st set. Race to 4. They're tied at 2. Still breaking from the side, Jeremy.
He sure is. Yeah, that's.
There goes. It's not.
He's going to make the 6, though. He's going to get a kiss on the 1, so he's going to get a tough starter off the end rail, but I think he can shoot the 1 and go towards position for the 2 in the lower right or the side pocket. Like maybe go at the 3 with the cue ball.
And just hit it hard enough to make the ball.
I think, anyways. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's going into the 5. the 2's tight going by the 3, I think, and a tough shot on the one in the corner. So I still take the one on the side here. Nice shot. He held it for the corner.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's going to love that.
Oh, wow. I thought he was playing for the side pocket.
Yeah, I think.
Two.
Yeah, I think if he hit it, he was just going into the 5 period, so he just tried to ease it, you know, just to make sure maybe he doesn't get over the 5.
Dennis looking like Dennis.
Gonna have to cheat the pocket a little bit here, I think. He's gonna have to pull this ball out to a little thinner on the 4 than desired, but should be okay. Let up on it. I don't think he got there. Oh wow, that's just a couple really big positional errors here in the first set for Dennis. And like I said, he hasn't been out in this TV arena.
I haven't seen him in a long time on a TV table.
Yeah, he's played a lot of, like, I wouldn't call them, you know, necessarily like small events or anything, just not the limelight events as much the last couple years. Now he's got really desperately trying to find a pocket for the 5. It doesn't go by the 8 in the upper right, George. Barely goes by the 7,
yeah,
it looks
might
like.
go by if he slides it off the rail. He probably, if he wanted to make this, he might be best off banking it to the right-hand corner pocket.
Two-way shot, maybe a safety in mind. He can slide this in, though. He's got so pure a stroke.
He did. Wow. Great shot, Dennis.
Well, I talked about it in Texas last week that, you know, I know there are some, but I don't know any that was greater at using the pocket for different reasons than Dennis, and when needed to as well, like right there on that 5 ball.
He hits the ball so accurately.
Yeah, asking the cue ball to get clean. He had a little bit of a skid there. A little kick, as they say in snooker.
A little kick? I never heard that before. Actually, that's the first. You know, sitting in the booth with you, I hear lots of firsts.
Center of the pocket there. And so we're going to have our 3rd lead change here in this short race to 4, I believe. Dennis Orcollo is going to take game number 5 in a 3-2 lead going to 4 here in set number 1.
You know, the CueSports International Expo is comprised of the BCA World Championships, the USA National Championships, with 5,000 to 6,000 amateurs coming in and out of this Rio, the Rio Suites Hotel and Casino, to support events like the Diamond Las Vegas and the Predator World 10 Ball. It gives all the amateurs access to all the top pros in the world, or most of them, the ones that are here. And you'll see them walking up and down the hallways and taking pictures with them all the time. And even pros asking pros to take pictures of them. Guys from out of the country. Well, Dennis breaking the balls.
Sticking to that side rail break.
7 ball?
Yeah.
Yep.
But you know, that may be the part of it, that there are options on other balls going in, because we haven't seen 2 the same. He's made the 1 in the side. He made the 6 up in the corner in the last game, opposite corner this time on the 7 ball. I feel like, to me, he needs to elevate this a little bit. He could run right into the 9, no problem, but he may go by the 9 also towards that corner. So I think he needs to draw this ball.
I think he heard you.
He knew he wasn't going to get much angle, but he's close enough to it. He should be able to get down, stun down table enough. I know it's a little, the 4 ball's a big ball there, but doesn't the 3 go to the lower right? I believe it does.
It does go by the 10.
3 goes to the lower right. You just got to take on one nice shot. Is he drawing this into position? Wow.
Straight in.
Yeah, this is usually overhit though.
Yeah.
And he may have overhit into snookered here.
Oh, close.
Man. Yeah. That's the thing about it. And when you draw the ball like that, you got to put a lot into it. And so speed's hard to really capture coming a long ways down the table, especially using multiple rails. You know, like, oh, he's got it.
Oh, always. Wow. Got a shot from
Watch
the
out,
side.
don't get underneath the 6.
Wow.
Thought he might rub the 10 there and threaten getting underneath the 6, but that shot right there should end set number 1 if everything goes how it's supposed to.
The way it's laid out on the table.
Yeah, I mean.
It just lays from shot to shot, yeah. From ball to ball.
A little flat. Could have used a little more. See how he cheated the pocket right there, though? And the thing is, he'll do it without even worrying about it too much. You know, like a lot of players stay away from, you know, cheating the pocket a lot. You do a little bit here and there, but.
Yeah, he's so accurate with his hits. Set number 1 should go to Dennis as soon as he sinks his 10 ball, and he does. Orcollo to break for the second set after losing the first to Dennis Orcollo.
Yeah, whoever breaks in the first set, the opposite player will break in set number 2. But then the original winner of the lag, if they go to a shootout, has the choice to either shoot first or not, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes, he does.
A lot different outcome on the break there. Now maybe the 8 leaks in. It doesn't look like it. Man, he's got a big pocket on the 8 ball, it looks like.
For a bank on the 1?
Maybe, and he's a great banker. I mean, you don't figure here. He's got a few other things he can do. He can shave the 1, bring the cue ball all the way back down. What would be the left side of the 1, I believe. Doesn't want to pass up on one where he's a favorite, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't want to overlook something offensive.
Well, he's got that bank shot with 2 rail cue ball for the 2 ball in the opposite corner.
I think he's playing the bank himself. He's coming down with the cue ball.
That's when, and the cue ball's perfect, yeah. Well, a little bit harder would have been perfect, but he's.
Yeah, he got kind of in the middle. Can't quite cut it. And if he can play the kiss shot, but he can't hold the 2 ball. Talk about Dennis all the time. He's one of those guys that can take over matches. You know, one of those, you know, there's so many great players in this room, but there's a good 10 or 15 that can just kind of take the match over a little bit.
Total control.
Yeah, and just kind of, just kind of can go offensive on you from a lot of places and just makes outs that even the top players don't always make. Big shot here. Does he ease this in and take distance between the 4-9, you know, maybe a diamond up off that end rail to shoot the 3?
If he hits a little too hard, he gets behind the 7.
Yeah. I think he's going to let his stroke out a little bit, but that could lead him in a bad place as well. That's the shot I was talking about right there. Just, you know, just from a diamond or so up, take the shot on the 3. I think that's managing, that's working through the rack, and that's a good sign for Dennis Orcollo.
I actually like that better than if he would have tried to get closer to it, because just the slightest overhit and he's behind that 7 ball.
Yeah, and I think if there was a little more guarantee to get great position on the 3, if he let a stroke out on the 2, you may have seen him do it, but
yeah.
Otherwise, at this, I mean, he doesn't need next to the ball to be making them like most of these guys.
Yeah, he's okay with taking a rough shot over trying to get perfect. He weighs the difference there.
Yeah, it was you and I that was in Arizona talking about it. You know, hey, do I work now or work later more, or do I do a mix of both? You know, sometimes I can work a hair more on this one and a hair more on the next one and just be just fine. So.
Yep. Sometimes you just have to settle for what the table gives you. and take your medicine if it doesn't give you what you want. Come through with those hard shots.
Well, I can maybe playing short side here on the 10. So it looks like it sits a little funny. He went in and let the stroke out and came twice across.
Takes the all-important first game of the second set. After winning the first, as we've said several times, and you've said several times, the worst Dennis can do is go to a shootout if he loses the second one, but the best Mario can do is go to a shootout.
Yeah, and it's still mentally straining on both players. It's not something easy either way.
I have to try this. I'm gonna have to find somebody and play them. Just try to play the same
enter
format.
one of these tournaments.
I was going to enter the one in Tucson, and then I planned on entering this one, just to do it because but I don't play enough pool. I'm so inconsistent. I don't want to embarrass myself, you might say.
Well, you can't worry about that. But back at the match now, Dennis sticking to that his right side rail. He's cutting it and spinning it a little bit. He's getting that second ball to go towards the corner a little also, so watch out. Is that the 7 going one rail towards that corner, see?
Yes.
See, that one's been coming close.
He had one go in the opposite corner the last game, I think last time he broke.
Yeah, we talked about this also from the side rail. When you don't make one, you can get a little more congestion, so you feel like there's a bit of insurance there that possibly your opponent just won't run out off your break.
I think I would take this bank here.
Yeah. Is he getting any shape anywhere though?
Yeah, I think the cue ball comes over towards the 7, give him a shot on the deuce.
2 rails?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just go offensive period. So
go offensive period.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
so go ahead and run the cue ball 2 rails to the center of the table. I could see that. I mean, that's another thing to where if you're betting your, 7 out of 10 on the bank, the tables are playing nice to bet that.
Yes. Yeah.
So.
And that's, if you have a bank shot, I mean, if you're playing bank pool, you're going to like this bank right here, the straight back.
Well, he called it. Yeah. Now I'm wondering if he's going to play the cue ball aggressively. Oh, my.
Oh.
He played it as bad as it could get played. A double kiss and then an unfortunate scratch.
Yeah, that's ouch. When you hit it like that, you sit there and you shake your head. What did I just do?
Yeah, the only thing I could see for Dennis is when he shoots the 1, he needs to open the 4 up a little bit maybe. Everything else goes pretty easily. The 4, I'm not sure it goes by the 5. It definitely doesn't go by the 8. So I think when I shoot the 1 here, if I can on the side, I may try and push the 4 up a little bit, yeah. Because the 3's over the pocket, right?
Right.
So you don't have to get a great shot on the 2 to get to the 3.
Actually, as I see this, I like it because he's going to move the cue ball past the 4 to the right to get on the deuce.
Yeah.
Just like that, just a little bit. And you did exactly what you said.
Yeah, now
just opened up a shot.
Yeah, now when he shoots the 3, he'll come down that side rail at the top of your screen for the 4 in the same corner as the 5 and really should get out. He can cheat the pocket here with no problem. So that's that side rail he's standing on. The thing here is no reason to get super thin on this 4, George.
No.
Nice and heavy on it.
Let me see. I've played this 4 ball to the lower right-hand corner pocket. I just bring the cue ball down the side rail here on the left.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
just come there. Don't get too much angle.
He got more than he wanted. He's going to have to come to the side and over and back again.
He's making sure as long as he gets that bounce off the rail, he'll be okay.
Oh, he's got plenty of angle to do it with. The first camera view I saw, I didn't think he had enough angle. He had to power it.
Well, all these guys know Dennis, know of Dennis. That they don't know him. And there's one guy, they don't want to get comfortable, like right here, swinging around the table with the cue ball rather than just coming one rail. Like when he starts, really feeling the table to move it, means the ball's going in for sure as well. He could be a dangerous guy here in the next few days.
Just about. Anybody that makes it look like they're practicing gets pretty dangerous. You want the guys, you know, that are kind of stiff and not feeling at home on the table.
Right there, he knew he wasn't going to gain the angle exactly he wanted. He's going to have to draw off of this or follow 2 rails. Ooh, okay. That new felt kind of turned over on him there a little bit.
Well, that put. And here's RoboCop breaking the balls for the 3rd game of the 2nd set. The back of the grand ballroom of the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino. Mario patiently waiting his turn.
Yeah, I was watching him. Really doesn't change much, Mario.
Yeah, there goes the 5-4 rails.
Yeah, and he's going to get a good cut shot on the 1, a thin one, but definitely makeable. Touchy little shot here. Just got to coast it down with a little spin, huh?
You just got to, yeah, exactly, and just make sure he avoids all the other traffic. Actually, with just a little bit of right-hand spin, he avoids everything, doesn't he?
Right-hand spin?
Oh, I'm sorry. The 2 balls behind the 3 on the left.
I would go at the 9 here myself. That's the ball I would go at right there. That way, it's hard to get snookered. Very, you're not threatening that scratch down in the corner, which is important.
Yeah.
And you get to flick the ball in with a hair of outside, which is always a comfortable way to shoot the shot.
Yeah, I kind of thought the 2 ball was the 8 ball was the 2 ball.
Okay, he's got a difficult 7 that's tied up. I don't think I'd do anything now to really risk getting jacked up or over a ball on the 3 trying to untie the 7. I think just maybe got to work to get to the backside of it, play a safety later. Got a little funny here on the 3. Not only over the top of it, but the angle leading towards the 6 with the cue ball, George.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He's going to have to take some distance here on the 4. I don't think he can try to do too much. And I'd like to really hold this ball as much as possible, I think, to gain an angle on the 6 to maybe get to the backside of the 7.
Would you consider moving the 7 right now?
I wouldn't. Too many balls to get over to me. Yeah. I like getting on the 7 in the side right here where he's standing right there. That's a playable shot. And if he doesn't like it, he can always try and stick him up behind the 8 maybe, something like that.
Or just stick him right there behind him, like you said, the 8 or the 9 there.
Yeah, it's got to go. Came on top of it. That's going to hurt. Not being below these. Did the 10 line up? Is the 10 viable?
Looks like it goes a little high.
May throw though, huh?
He got a rail with the 8 ball, but he's got a good cut on the 7.
And he's going to get a piece of the 8 here. We'll see if he can figure out how much and if he can work with it.
Well, the way this lays and the way I see it, he might put that 8 ball into the 10 and stop it there, and might be able to have a shot.
He's really dragging this in lightly. Yeah, it looked like you said, the 8 was coming up to me.
Yeah, looked like it.
I guess he was just willing to take on a safety. I don't think he's shooting at this 8 in the side. Maybe he is. He's hitting the high English. 8 doesn't go in the corner. No, he's going to take it on. Looks like the 10 may track towards the pocket as well. Oh, he didn't hit it with much speed. Great shot there. There's a lot of pressure taking that shot on at 2-0.
Sure is. It sure is. That shot, that pocket is so small from that angle.
Now this is weird. He's out away from the rail a little bit. You'd like to think just let my stroke out and go the rail now, but There's not as much angle there as it appears. Could easily miss this ball trying to force it. I wouldn't be surprised he comes back to short side here. Oh, he drew around it. That even makes even more sense. Rather than slugging it to the rail.
And trying to hold it on the rail once you're there. Sure. Well, you got on the board. And he's got to do better than that. He's got to get 3 more games.
Well, unforced error there in position for
Dennis on that 7 ball.
That's right.
John Lehman is racking those balls up on that new Predator rack. Predator Arcadia Cloth. We have all kinds of vendors. You've got, if you want anything pool related, come to the Rio right about now, this time of year. Or try us again March 22. Because it's all available. If it's about pool, it's here. If you like big action, you'll find it. If you like trinkets, you'll find it. Mario wants to find 3 more wins.
Yeah, and he wants to find a ball on the break first.
Yeah.
Had a dry break in his last.
There.
Smashed those.
And it's the 6 ball going? No?
Yeah, he's made a ball.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he made the 2 ball.
Missed it.
The 2 went in that side, I believe. It may have been kissing that corner, but I thought it went in the side. Yeah, getting a good look there. Cue ball got a little kiss. Really unloaded on those though. He's got a funny out he's got to work here though. I mean, very doable though, with the 1 and the 3 being near each other. The 5 plays in the side, that would certainly help things, but from my viewpoint, it looks very difficult.
It's extremely difficult. It's way up there.
Good thing for him, the 6 is fairly near this lower left-hand corner. So maybe get in position on the 5 for the upper right, or a bank later on the 5 is not the worst thing in the world.
No, if he gets on the 4 ball here, I get position close to the 7 ball. So I could bank the 5 in that side pocket on the left, opposite side pocket where it's at.
Well, got that a little heavy, so it's going to get a little below the 4 though, so he'll be able to work the cue ball a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised he just kind of lightly stun draws towards the 5 a little bit and takes a little distance with the 6 over this lower left-hand corner.
Oh, shoot it right down to the corner?
I think so. I think it plays. You may move the cue ball for the bank, but looks like to me you just kind of bring it up next to the 10, something like that.
It does. Yeah, it's nice.
Now, he hit one really heavy earlier on the side rail on the 3. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was game number 3 of the first set, but this one he's hitting more of a low ball. That one he was hitting a high ball trying to come across. Nice shot.
Hit that one rather nice.
Still got to work though.
8 ball. Little low for the side pocket, isn't it? Kind of like the 5 ball was.
For sure. Oh my! And he let up on his stroke. I mean, didn't get, I don't think, anywhere where he wanted to get with the cue ball. Dennis could have used a little better there, but he can play the 8 in the lower right. That's where he's going to check and see where to fall on the 8.
Just lays that cue ball on the rail nice enough to just be able to hold for it and not fall in the pocket. This isn't looking good for Mario.
No, a couple of rare misses for Mario. Or, you know, he doesn't miss much anyways, but on shots that he's missed, there's been 2 of them in this match that have not something you're going to see very often.
And RoboCop's breaking for the set. Needs this 4th game. Mario needs to push it to a shootout. Needs 3 games in a row from here, so he's got to get to the table.
Yeah, I didn't hear one down.
Nope. That 4-railer was coming around, but the ball got in the way. I think it was the 9 and the 6 ball got in the way.
Yeah, and the table changed a little bit on the break during this match, that's for sure. Now, is he heavy enough on the 1 to be able to hold on this side of the table for the shot on the 2?
It looks like it. Looks like he can
it's
draw it down
close.
by the side pocket.
Yeah, he's got a cut on it for sure, but I'm just wondering how close he can get to the 2, or else does he have to settle for some distance here on the 2 ball. Yeah, you can see he's got some cut. I think if he lets the stroke out, he's pretty good. All right, you had to settle for a little distance. Not a problem, but a little more missable. Now, does he come around the 6-9 here? Looks like it. Just a touch of outside English.
Yeah, just come, yeah. Well, you might be able to do it with a touch of inside and a touch of outside. Either way.
I got it thick. Gonna maybe get away with it, maybe not. Maybe he's left a kiss on the 5. It's close. 5 looks a little high up there, but he's gonna call the 2. Yeah, I like the shot.
I like the shot. I like calling the 2 ball here and just high English, and it hits the 5. He's going to come right between the 10-9 if he pockets the ball.
Yeah, he may even come between the 10-4, 1 rail. I think it's the right shot, actually, now that I look at it. I caught it thick. Foul. How's there a foul? No, it wasn't even close to a foul. And 2 was struck first, clearly. Did you see the look on Dennis's face?
Yeah, like
John called a foul there at first.
You thought he hit the 5 ball first?
I guess so.
I don't, wow.
So the 7's going to be played here, it looks like.
Nice shot.
Well, he's got some work still. 5 to the 6 to the 8. Good thing is the 9's pretty accessible, so if you happen to get out of line, that's got to slow down a little. If you happen to get out of line on the 6, he could play from underneath the 8 if he had to. Not something you would want to do.
Yeah, it looks like he just has to get the good angle on the 5 here and come straight up for the 6. The same pocket.
I think he's looking at the angle. Okay, did he get that? Yeah, he did. Okay, he can cheat the pocket a little, or he can draw and hit the rail right before the 6 and kind of spread the cue ball between the 6-9. I think that's what he's doing. Oh no, he just drew it. And this is the angle I was talking about. He may end up short side, or he may just stun straight across. You go below the 9, huh?
No, I think I come straight across.
Yeah, that's what I mean,
Yeah,
like on the bottom side of the 9.
Oh, yes. It would go between the 9 and the 10. Is he just going to come off the rail and play the 9 on the side?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Well, just what the doctor ordered for Mario.
Yeah, he needs it. He's going to break here in game number 6 of set number 2.
Trying to take this to that all-important, exciting spot shot shootout. We haven't had one in the arena table, in the stream table yet. Seen a couple on the outside. Edgy Geronimo and John Moore, I had one. We saw a great one on this table, actually, just before this match with Elvin Ocean
Jeffrey
and
DeLuna.
Jeffrey DeLuna. There's James Aranas, and is that who's with him behind on the side? I can't recognize him with his mask on. And got one in the side, one down. 5-ball just got in the way of the one.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult push out. May push out behind the 5 a little further. I don't know. The 9 kind of cuts the kick off though, to where you're not really sending the 1 up table. So this is tough. Kick over behind the 4 and just leaving the kick shot. I mean, this is very difficult.
Yeah, this is a. Can he? He can't see any piece of that.
He's going to roll
on the
out.
monitor, it looks like he can see part of it, but no, he can't. All the way down.
Yeah, and I guess he's giving up the left edge of the 1 here to try and use the 5-7. Difficult shot to run the cue ball off of. Good thing is the 2's covered up a little bit, but the 2-8 play, it does play.
Went ahead and let him shoot it. Yeah, the left side of the 10 ball kind of takes away the path to the bottom, I believe, to try to get behind the 7 for the 1.
Off the left side?
Off the left side, yeah, doesn't it? Is he going to come too short?
You would want to come pretty tight off that 1,
exactly.
So I don't think the 10's and 2. Oh, he's going to cut it. He's cutting it. With a lot of heavy right spin here. A little bit, that's for sure. And that's kind of like, I might as well call it thing. He was trying to get the cue ball down here anyways to leave a tough shot on the 1 at least. I wonder if Dennis just takes this natural path to the 2-8, trying to win the match with that combination.
Well, his only other choice is to go between the 5 and the 10 and play shape for the side pocket where he's at, and because it doesn't go to either side.
Yeah, I'd hate to be dropping down here below the 2 with the 3 on the bottom rail. So it's either 1 rail with inside or kind of pull it around the 5, you know, high right around the 5. Just top English 2 rails and you'll have a little cut on the combo. I like the high right myself. You get a little closer to the combo. You might have to cut it a hair, but that's not the end of the world. Oh no, he's good.
He went right
this is
around
the angle I thought he may end up. Now just don't let the 2 lay on the rail on you. Perfect.
Wow. Total control there. Now it's just Getting on that 4-ball. Bring the cue ball right at the 10.
Yeah, I think so. Don't let up on it. Get behind the 10. That's the one that really kills you. Or how about over the top of the 10? No, he's okay. I like to just stun out and take the angle on the 5. I don't think I move this for the side. I think I play for the 5 in the corner here.
You know, it does come up easy for the side. It just goes right by the 10 and you're perfect on the side pocket and come around for the 7. But
yeah,
see how he plays it.
You're going to go 3 rails for the 7 somewhere?
That's just it. You know, you don't want to.
You're kind of going away from the 7
this works
then.
real nice
Yeah.
here. This works nice.
It's just making the ball and you're home free. So Dennis Orcollo with 3 that he's supposed to get down to advance to the second round. Mario Heel advance, but it'll be on the 1-loss side.
And we'll be back with with Shane Van Boning and Garson Martinez Boza from Peru. They have a little history.
Dennis Orcollo takes it down.